Hello there and welcome to today's video. So we just got back to my parents' side of town from Greenville. You guys know that I've been in Greenville and you've been watching the series. So we're back home now. My mom actually took my daughter and they're an hour away at my grandma's house. So since we just got back and I have some time before baby is back, we're gonna go into Countryside because there were 3 pieces that I left behind last time and I want to see if they're still here and if I'm getting the feeling to buy them. So anyways, you're gonna have a little bit of shopping in this vlog. You're gonna have some sit down and talks, and so let's go in for now and see what we can find. so that was a success. I got 2 out of the 3 things that I came for and a little extra thing. I did look up that planter. I couldn't find anything about it. I did find the typical Airfala, like bright colored painted rabbit planters, and those go for like $150, but I couldn't find anything about that one. So if it's still here and maybe I can look something up, they're actually having, so I finally was able to meet the owner of the place. I'm always in here and she's never in here. She also is the one that runs the Brazelton festival that I come to. I think I've told you guys that before. They're having their 20th anniversary sale on August 5th, and she said everything will be 20% off in the store. So I think the piece that I left, and then maybe that Czechoslovakia planter, I think then it would be worth coming and picking up, but we'll see. I'll put it on the calendar and see what's going on. But yeah, I'll definitely show you what I picked up at home for the rest of this vlog. So I'll see you then. Bye. Hello there. So we're back home. It is several weeks later after that first initial clip that you guys just saw. And there are some things that I have to talk to you about. I want to show you what I picked up in that last shopping trip that you just saw. And sorry, I have the dishwasher going. I didn't even think about it. My angle is off, but this is what it is today. My hair is a mess. Me and my daughter and my husband for a little bit, we've been sick for the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I don't even know what it is. As soon as I got back from Greenville, my daughter started school 2 weeks after, so I was like very in the mode of getting her ready for school for the first time. And then we've been sick, and just life has been crazy. Work has been crazy. It's been crazy. So at least I'm here. It's been a long time since we just chatted, so let's just get into the haul. Okay, so first 2 things that I bought were for me, and I will be unwrapping these things here on camera, so for those of you who don't like that, I'm so sorry. Hopefully I can go fast. So coming back from Greenville, I just saw this shoe. They were in perfect condition, not bronzed, for $100 for the pair. I found this one. It's missing 2 buttons. The heel is a little bit scuffed. There is a hole in the front. I just love when these bronzed ones are so full of character. And the reason why I speak about this one in particular is because it has this extra patch in a triangle shape of leather in the front. So I did see this exact pair. Again, like I said, perfect condition. It was a 2 for $100, and obviously I passed on them. But then when I came back home and found the bronzed one, I was like, you know what? It's still that time of our trip, and so I went ahead and picked that up. And then hopefully I could get the unbronzed ones at some point. And then I have not been able to stop thinking about this piece. I don't know if I'm gonna sell it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. To be honest with you, I went to buy it for myself to keep it. It was $22. It is Victorian era, hand painted milk glass pill bottle in my favorite color, this beautiful green with flowers, and I love how it's like a cross almost. You can see the imperfections on the glass, how it's not very even. That's how it's like a telltale sign that it's old glass. Again, just beautifully painted green. Clasp works great. I don't know what I would use this for. I'm thinking like rings when I travel, but I don't know if I would travel with this. I would be so afraid that it would break. So I don't know. I really did buy it for myself just as something to make me happy, and then maybe one day I'll pass it along. But I paid $22 for that. I think I paid $9 for this. I think. And then this is what I actually went back for. That and the pill bottle. This is gonna be for resale. The funny story about this is that every single time I go into Countryside, it's like moving around. So it's like, at first it was like in a showcase in the front with a whole bunch of stuff on top of it. So I was like, I'm not even gonna ask. But I could see the price. It was only $20, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful for $20. I was like, I don't think it's Japanese just from how it was painted. But then the style, I was like, it's not Limoges. Like, I don't feel like it's that French style, like florals that you see with French, like Limoges pieces. But I was just like, what is that piece? Like, I hope it's not Bavaria or Hungary or Austrian, because those pieces are just not doing very well right now. And then for the longest time, I was just, you know, admiring it as I passed by that, you know, showcase all the way up at the front. Then it moved to the back. You guys did see me do a longer video at Countryside where I said all the vendors were moving around. So it did move to the back. It still had a whole bunch of pieces on it. It's like, I don't feel like getting it out. And then this time I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go and find out about that piece. Like, okay, this is gonna be the day, $20. And guess what? It's Czechoslovakia. It's H&C Company, or H & Company, Czechoslovakia, as you can see right there. I don't know if you can see that, but beautiful, beautiful piece of Czechoslovakia, hand painted. It kind of has like this Art Deco feel to it. I don't know. I just absolutely love it. I love it so much. So this is not going to be my favorite thing to ship, just because very flat porcelain like this, it has to be packed very thickly with padding, and then you have to find a box that's oversized so that it's like exactly in the middle of the box. You don't have any way that it can get crushed. So I'm not really looking forward to shipping it, but I just have been watching it for so long that I just had to have it, to the point where I kind of like convinced myself there. I was like, is this gonna be my tray like at home to serve people on? Because I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'm Egyptian, and like that's a thing. You like serve people tea and stuff. So I don't know. But so I picked up those pieces for like me and or except for this. But the other two was like, am I selling them and am I keeping them? I don't know. Anyways, I still need to look it up. I didn't find, actually I did do a quick search on that brand and Czechoslovakia, and from what I could tell, there was none that were sold for less than 120. So for $20 I did pretty well. I just, again, oh my gosh, I would hate for it to come back. There have been some pieces where I send them and then kind of like have a feeling, like pray to God that they get there on well, and then I get a message and I'm like, oh no. And it could be one of two things: either they're telling me that it's broken, or they're telling me that it's broken, or they're telling me that I did a great job. And I can count on one hand the amount of times out of the hundreds of items that I've sold that I've gotten that picture of that just absolutely destroyed piece. It breaks my heart, but I just feel like I wouldn't be able to handle it if that happened to this piece. So I don't know. I think I will really have to like really package it, or make sure that I have packaging, which I think I do, for it before I list it. So that, I think that would make me feel a little bit better. Of course, that would make the process longer, but of like getting it out. But I don't know. I love it. It's beautiful. I don't mind staring at it. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about our trip. I really hope you guys enjoyed my Greenville shopping videos. I've seen all of your comments. I love seeing how some of you get so excited about what I'm finding and what I'm seeing, and my favorite comments are probably the ones where people are like serious about going to visit these places that I go to. Please do let them know that you saw me there, or let them know about my channel, because it's funny because when I ask people if I could film, people are like, some are like so taken back, they're just like, yeah, sure, like they think I'm so weird, and some of them think it's the coolest thing, and they're so nice and they're so friendly. So it'd be really cool if you guys actually went and then, you know, told them like, hey, you know that crazy girl that was filming in here, you know, back in July or whatever, like I'm here because of her. Like I think that would just be such a cool like full circle moment. I don't really see us going back to Greenville anytime soon, even though, you know, we we enjoyed the shopping there. It was very hot, so I would probably want to go when it's a little bit cooler, and I definitely want to explore farther out. So the location that we were in Greenville, we were in Greenville, it's only an hour and a half away from my parents' house in Brazelton. So it was very convenient for us to just take the hour trip to my parents' house, or it's about an hour and 20 minutes to my parents from where I live. And then we left our daughter there, and then headed to Greenville in the morning. And then from there we went to Asheville. I would love to like do that again and continue like to spread out, to go to other places. We surprisingly passed a lot of antique stores that I went to with my dad when I took that trip to go look at that piece of property. That video is also up on my channel. Both videos actually. The video of the property was on my channel, and also South Carolina videos. It was actually, I can't remember what I titled it, but it was like disappointing shopping, or I wasn't gonna post this video or something like that, because it was really bad. And actually, when I went back to read the reviews of those places, people weren't as mean as I was in the video to say that they were really bad. But that's what a lot of people were saying, that like it was overhyped, and that, you know, prices were expensive and it's worth the stop just for the heck of it, but not really anything to buy. So I didn't really want to waste my time with those places again, with you know, just being with my husband and trying to get away for a relaxing time. I can't tell you my top 2 favorite places. Actually, I'd probably say 3. I have to go for these top 3. My top 3 were definitely Rock House for sure, and then the one with the chicken coop, Artifacts, which I think Artifacts, I can't remember if Artifacts was in Greenville or in Asheville, but then the last one in Asheville, not Tobacco Barn, surprisingly, and I'm going to talk about Tobacco Barn, the La Vista, was it La Vista Antiques? One of them that started with or Lakeside, or I'll put the name of it. I'm horrible with my memory and names, but those were my top 3. Tobacco Barn was such a good experience. The vibe in there was like so homey and so down to earth. It was very hippie. Like the workers were like in overalls and like those old timey like farm boots, like, and everybody was so nice. And that's another thing about Greenville I do want to say right here. Everybody is so nice, like so nice. So I grew up actually in McDonough, Georgia, which is about 30 minutes of the 30 minutes south of the Atlanta airport. And when we lived there back in the early 2000s, it was farmlands. Like there wasn't even a Target, there wasn't a Starbucks. It was literally the McDonald's and Walmart and Publix, and that's it. There was nothing else. Sorry, there wasn't even Publix, it was Kroger. So it was Kroger, the Walmart, our school, and a McDonald's, and what you would do for entertainment was the movie theater and the skating rink, and the bowling alley like came later. So it was like very down to earth, very like country farm. Like all of my friends lived on farms. We used to go and just like hang out in their barns on the weekend. Like that's how I grew up. And so everybody is so nice and so sweet. And then as I grew and, you know, the city or McDonough became like bussing with like big strips and more restaurants, and, you know, like then it became a bigger thing and more people started moving in. That's when you started getting like the city vibe, but it still wasn't as bad as like Atlanta or like Roswell, Alpharetta area where my church is. And now that I actually live more in the city after I got married, you really get a taste of that like rush, and people are just like not nice. So anyways, it was like really like a breath of fresh air, and it was kind of sad that we were like taken aback by how nice everybody was. But anyways, so back to Tobacco Barn. Everybody was so nice. They loved it that I was filming in there. Like they thought it was so cool. So helpful. Please let us know if we can do anything. People were walking around. Can we take your stuff? You know, whatever. Huge place. Like it felt so good to like be in a place like that big. But to be honest with you, as soon as my husband told me it was 77,000, I was like, there's no way they're going to fill a barn with 77,000 square feet of smalls. And I was like, I'm anticipating that it will be like Grumpy's, where they have whole sections that are designated to something else, either outdoor equipment or garden furniture, which was there. I didn't film it. Or like cars. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever been to Grumpy's. I know some of you have mentioned on here that you have been. Grumpy's is a place in North Georgia, like very North Georgia. And they used to have like cars, like old antique cars, like in the antique store. Like that's how big this place is. So I was like, they're gonna have like whole areas blocked off for like auctions or something. Sure enough, there was like whole areas just full of very old, very large wooden Victorian style, Edwardian style, countryside style, French style furniture. And then they did have whole sections where it was just like garden furniture, like fountains and window panes. And obviously I didn't film any of that stuff, but so it was like I expected. There wasn't as much smalls as you would expect a 77,000 square feet place to hold. But I mean, I wouldn't expect them to fill a 77,000 square feet barn with just smalls. I mean, first of all, I feel like it's close to impossible, and second of all, I mean, it just wouldn't be the best usage of that space, especially if you can get those larger pieces in and not make the place feel so cramped. So it was a really good experience, and I would most definitely go back again. It was just so hot. There was no air conditioning. It was just fans, but the fans did nothing in a 77,000 square feet barn. So it was hot. It was sweaty and sticky. But I am so glad we went there, and I did pick up some really awesome stuff. So I do want to share a couple of things with you guys about what my current situation is with eBay, just because I fell so behind with being sick and dealing with my daughter going back to school and all of that. So the last video you guys saw me do of like inventory was the folk art show at Lakewood, when I picked up all of that stuff. I haven't even photographed that stuff. That stuff is not up on eBay. So that's the next order of business. Oh, actually, there were 2 trips after that in Brazelton right before I left, the week that I left for Greenville. I stopped by a flea antique in Brazelton, and I mean, you guys can tell like in my voice, like I'm struggling a little bit to talk. And then also the pawn shop, the pawn exchange and antiques. So that stuff is not processed either. I'm just going to show you a little bit of a pan around for that stuff, just to refresh our memories, just in case you guys forgot about that. So we are in here, and this is my inventory room. For those of you who have never seen it before, it is my dining room, but it's also inventory room, and it used to be way more chaotic, but I have since cleaned it up. So here's the stuff from, actually, this is the stuff from that sale. Oh my goodness, I'm so behind. So this is that stuff from that sale, the 20% off sale at Treasure Hunt. This is from the estate sale from like 3 months ago. And then this is all of the stuff with a little bit mixed in of the Lakewood stuff. And then I have some stuff down here that's all mixed in. Again, I don't remember if I said this, but I do separate my stuff. The stuff that needs the background on the second, and the stuff that needs the white background on the top. And then in here is everything else. This has been listed for a very long time, but I had somebody on eBay message me about it. So I had it out to take the weight and adjust shipping. These are the things that you guys saw me pick up at a flea antique, and then the pawn shop. I still have that owl piece that needs to be listed. I haven't even recorded that into my system. And then these are pieces. I'm trying to clean out my closet. I'm starting to feel very cluttered, everything everywhere. So I went into my jewelry and picked out these pieces. I got these pieces from an estate sale. They're like 1970s, 1960s brooches. I couldn't find a signature on them. If you can tell me what year these are from, I'm pretty sure they're 60s or 70s, but I would really appreciate it. They're super heavy, super heavy. I was gonna do something with them, but I mean, they're really not my style anymore. And so there's like kind of a matching pair of them. One is silver and one is gold. I paid $2 each, which is insane to me. I still haven't looked them up, but they are the real deal. Like, they're super heavy, and they are vintage. I just need to know how old they are, and if they are designer. Oh, now I'm realizing why this is short, because it's missing the foot. That is really annoying. So they are a matching pair, but this one is missing the foot. And then I think you guys saw me pick this up at Peachtree Battles estate sale. I did purchase it for myself, but I have a very short torso and it's just not working. So I was gonna wear it as a necklace, even though it's a pin. This is pottery up here, so I'm gonna go ahead and sell this. I've had this Juicy Couture crossbody forever. It is so impractical. You can't even fit a phone in here, but it is just such a cool, unique piece. So I'm gonna throw it up on eBay and see how it does. So I'm definitely gonna start getting into my purses and like personal stuff to start selling off. And I will definitely start sharing those with you guys, because as you can see from when I posted those videos, and by the way, you guys know that I film and then I post these videos like 2 or 3 weeks after they've been filmed. So I am like months behind from the videos. So it's like months and months behind from actually buying these things. So I'm very behind. I don't need any more inventory. I really do need to get these things listed. So I'm really happy that I'm sharing these with you. I have a whole entire death pile outside of things that you will definitely be seeing me pull out for you in the next couple of months. Stay tuned for the epic haul from the Greenville trip tomorrow. I will have that out for you guys tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, I am so behind that I am filming this video today. You're seeing it today, and I am filming it today, right now, real time. So bear with me. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you so much for your encouragements, and for continuing to watch me and stick with me. Just bear with me. I will have these things out as fast as I can. If you are interested in anything that I pick up, as always, please email me or check out my eBay. All of those links are down in the description box below. And as always, please leave your comments on anything that you saw in today's video. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow for the haul. Bye.